Welcome to the Informed and Oblivious podcast, episode 21. I'm Normie Phil, and this is Roguish Raymond.
Is that from the Ren Fair?
Yeah. So, no specific topic this week because I'm just I don't know. I got too much stuff going up in my head. So I think we'd talk about, the Ren Fair a little bit, and then the American Revolution a little bit, and then just randomness a little bit.
It was your first Ren Fair. What'd you think?
Well, for that, guys, guess what? Our show can drink now.
Yeah, episode 21. Woohoo!
We've hit the milestones. Now we just hit the older and older milestones as we go.
Insert party popper sound.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm not going to do it.
Neither am I.
But yeah, so yesterday we went to the Ren Fair, for those of you listening, and it was the first Ren Fair that I ever went to. And from seeing the commercials on TV all the time, I was severely underdressed. And by that, folks, I mean I was dressed like a golfer at the Ren Fair.
He was a civilian. It's fine. A lot of people don't get dressed up.
Yeah, but I had an Adidas golf shirt on.
So what?
I remember.
I will say, yeah, most of the people who don't dress up, it's like half of them are wearing Metallica shirts and shit like that, not golf shirts. You're right.
Yeah, well, I remember seeing all the commercials when we were younger of visit the PA Ren Fair, and it looked like it was a bunch of families there. Yeah. So I figured family amusement park type vibes, and it's so wrong.
I will say that because I used to go every year back, before I was out of state for a few years, and now coming back to it, the amount of people who are in costume and shit compared to when I went, less than a decade ago, is vastly different. I was extremely surprised last time, when I went a few weeks ago, and holy shit, there's more than half of the people are in costume now. This is crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the hardcore people, maybe some people that are half in, half out, dipping their toes in it. And then I was figuring it was probably going to be a 50-50 split. And it was maybe a 70-30, maybe 80-20 split. I think it's probably 80-20 split.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I like that, though. That's cool.
No, I know, but I felt out of place. But I would also feel more awkward dressing up.
Yeah.
I don't have that in me.
Do it a couple of times. You get used to it.
How does that sound so wrong?
No, it's true, though. I mean, the first time you cosplay or, LARP or, dress up, it is awkward. And you're yeah, I feel weird, but, do it a few times, especially, when the people you're with are doing it and, the people around you, you embrace the experience.
Yeah, speaking of embracing the experience and it getting easier each time, why don't you guys smash that like button, follow, subscribe, leave comments, engage, do anything, give us suggestions, tell us we suck, tell us we're great, we don't care, just tickle that algorithm a little bit, hit that noti bell, follow us, and share with all your friends. You can find us on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, and if you really want to give us some quick love, follow us on TikTok for our short form content and get us boosted there.
Yeah. Occasionally we post some shorts from, in inter episode stuff, but usually it's, some behind the scenes shit when I'm fucking with them before we start recording.
That's right. He loves content farming me. But yeah, so I don't know. The Renaissance Fair was an interesting experience. I messed up by not knowing that you needed cash.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't think to say that.
Yeah, which is apparently all over the website, so I can't read either. So I failed the human centipede test. Why won't it read?
But they have ATMs and they have their quote unquote coin of the realm.
Yeah, which we now found out that they mint one every year, which is cool.
I don't know if it's every year or not because when I was looking at the ones that I had given and that I saw around, so there was a bunch of 2014 ones. There was 2024 ones. There was 2025 ones. There was ones that didn't have a date on them. It just said PA and
a general one.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if they go through oh shit, we don't have enough to hand out this year, and then they hand out more.
Well, when I got stuck in the line, because I always choose the worst line. Remember, you got ahead a couple of people ahead of me because you split that line, and then after that, everybody was like, "No, we're not doing that anymore. Single file line again." I was like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, I was the only one to go to.
You're like, "Oh, it's a second line," and everybody else is like, "Nah, that's not a thing." But no, so the people that were in front of us that were taking so long. Partially because I guess they had an issue with their payment processing thing, and it was it needed Wi-Fi / needed to be online / who knows. But the lady was telling them that they mint a new one every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I wonder if
like,
now they mint a new one every year. Maybe they didn't used to, because like now you can like pre-purchase like the coins online and stuff. Maybe that's a fairly new development, and like
again,
I wonder if it was like less of a thing in past years.
we saw like really old ones,
Mm.
and who knows, because I'm sure either weekly or monthly the vendors take the coins and recirculate them back and get paid for the coins, however,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the time.
Yeah.
So maybe because it's been like a month, or we were in the beginning of the month, maybe the mix of coins is less right now.
Hmm.
Who knows when they get paid
Yeah.
out. I gotta imagine that they don't collect those coins every single time.
Every
It's
day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like once a month they pay them out and say, "Hey, here you go."
Oh.
So either it's one or the other. Either the supply is really high right now, and that's why we're seeing a lot of the old coins, or it's really low, and that's why we're seeing a lot of the old coins.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It sounded like you could just like specifically ask for one. And plus, if people caught on to that and they started collecting them, I would expect the newer coins to be less.
Mm-hmm.
Because like once people realize you can like do those every year, I would, yeah, because
Take
like
at least one of each home. Yeah.
yeah, because like $5 for like a little collector's item coin,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like crappy coins. They were pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like
They were well made for for a spend it here coin.
yeah, a
little
$5
token.
keepsake for that isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
I would pay $5 for that.
Yeah, I did. I brought some home.
No, I know,
Yeah.
I know. But you're gonna go back. But like, yeah, I do like. I kind of like the coin of the realm better. And if I go back again, I still probably will do it that way.
Mhm. Next time I'll probably pre-purchase them.
Is it cheaper if you do it that way? Probably not.
No,
Right?
but you don't have to wait in that fucking
Where do you pick it up at then?
the info mistress.
Oh, your pre-purchase bag, you pick it up there.
I believe so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what the site said. Anything that you pre-purchase on that site, I'm fairly certain you pick up there.
Oh, from
So,
the info mistress. That makes sense
yeah.
because that's where all the collector glasses
Uh-huh.
and everything are too. So,
I could be wrong, but
hmm. Hmm. Might get a mug next time. Just to like carry it around and drink out of that. I want that giant wooden mug that the one guy had that like looked like it carried like a gallon of beer.
You should ask him where he got it. I didn't see any mugs that size. There are a couple of vendors there that do sell wooden mugs, but I don't think I've seen any that were that big. Yeah.
I'll do when I go back and get the bamboo coffee mug.
Mm.
Like maybe next time we'll get there earlier because like getting coffee first if we get there early would be like
Yeah.
a nice thing.
Yeah, they open at 11, so we can get there at
Yeah, get a nice little coffee, walk around.
Mm.
Because the next time I'd be able to go back would be after the trade show thing, so probably not until like October, and hopefully by then at least it's a little colder out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, for those of you not in the New Jersey, PA area, it was kind of a scorcher yesterday, and it was supposed to rain, but then all the rain came today and ruined my potential to golf. So
yesterday was just hot and humid.
yeah, and then all that rain came today, and I was like, it wasn't supposed to rain today, and I'm sucking at golf right now, so I don't feel like digging in the mud.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah. Yesterday I put on a couple pounds of sunscreen and then sweated it off and looked like I was sweating milk.
Yeah, but it's good because you don't look like you're burnt today.
Yeah, no.
You were getting burnt.
Yeah,
though.
my the tip of my nose and like under my eyes and like a bit here on my forehead was like sort of like dry and tight when I woke up this morning. But yeah, I looked in the mirror and it didn't look red. So
Good. You gotta protect that fair skin.
uh-huh. My Irishness.
Yeah, you're a little Bernie boy over there.
But yeah, I was thinking like the same way. You purchase the tickets online, like you pre-order that stuff online now. I'm wondering if the part of the rise of the costumes in the last few years there is due to the surge of internet purchasing. Because like you've got like TikTok and all the internet stuff. So like that that part of the culture is a little bit more normal, but also like it's the several days before I went a couple weeks ago. I purchased like half that outfit, for like $50. It's become cheaper and more easily available. So, whereas you used to have to go there and spend a couple $100s to get that sort of stuff, you can just buy this shit on Amazon now for significantly cheaper and then go and still look decent as a costume. So I figure that's probably a big reason why more people are dressed up.
Well, I think the TikToker thing definitely helps.
Yeah.
Like showing the Comic-Con stuff or the Ren Fair stuff, but it's all the e-girl culture that has made that more of a thing.
Yep.
Everybody's like, I want to go and find me an e-girl at these things, so I'm going to dress up to find one.
Yep, go to the Ren Fair, get yourself a wench.
Yeah, which I didn't see any of that, which I'm surprised. I want to know like where those Ren fairs are, where the people like record themselves all the time, and maybe they're just doing it like outside of it. But like, you know, I used to see people doing that kind of stuff before, but like it didn't seem like anybody was really doing that, which I'm glad about.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a whole lot of that in the couple times I've gone recently. Which, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it happens here or there, but I did bring my my 360 camera with me. I was gonna like strap it to the staff, and I never did. I was gonna take some pictures of us with it and see if they came out any decent, but I completely forgot about it. I just left it in the bag.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I have a bad habit of that, as you know. I don't take pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
I only take pictures of stuff when people ask me to take pictures. I'll do it with snowboard, like of us, like of like where we're going to snowboard. Only of us because family requests it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I, like stuff like that. I don't want to be like taking pictures all the time. I just want to be experiencing it. You know, like I don't want to be like, oh, look at this thing, look at that thing. Yeah. It's like
I didn't want to just walk around there with it on all the time because I felt like, you know, there's a lot of other people there, and well, technically that I don't know, maybe that's legal, but it just seems weird to like be recording that much of other people. So like I didn't want to just walk around with it on. You know, if I was going to use it, I wanted to just be like taking like a specific video or picture of us while we were there. But like when we snowboard, you know, our next trip, now that I have like the backpack mount and shit for that with the pole on it, I'm for sure going to be hooking that up. And then for the first time when we're going, I'll actually have like both of us in the shot, which will be nice.
Yeah, no, and I don't think recording people there is a problem. I don't think they'll really care because I know you, and if you like got any of that, it would either be like for just personal stuff or you would probably just blur people's faces. But technically, it's legal to record in public.
Yeah, but
I know. I don't like it either. You're like, but everybody's got a cell phone and they can do the same thing. You know, you never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't mind if I was planning on just taking a couple of pictures of like short videos here the whole time, but just like walking around with it on the whole time, it felt weird, so I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but yeah, next time if we get the hotel room and can like really more enjoy it, I would want to see like more of the shows and stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, I used to go every year, and I've seen almost none of the shows. Like, all we ever did was, like, walk around and go to the booths and eat and drink and, you know, like, buy weapons and shit. So, yeah, actually getting to see a couple of the shows this time was fun. I mean, next time I go, even if I go with, you know, my other folks, I'll probably try to convince them to sit for a couple of things.
Yeah, and we could plan it out better where it's like something where like you get your food and drink and then you just go sit at the tables and chill for the show and then like move on from there, like same kind of thing.
Yep.
I will not get the massive turkey leg again though. I don't even. I question if it's even turkey, but
it was a turkey.
But like it's just in theory it sounds great, but it's hard to eat and it's very
it's large, and when you just cook like a solid turkey leg like that, it comes out kind of dry.
Super dry. Yeah. It was dry and stringy, and I was just like,
yeah.
I got a couple bites out of it. And I was like, this is good enough.
I thought about warning you, but I figured you wouldn't listen to me anyway.
Yeah, you gotta try it at least once, man.
So, yeah.
You gotta go for the experience.
Yeah. Everybody does it once and then like never again.
Yeah. Next time I got to get one of the pickles on a stick, though. I do want that. They had spicy pickles.
Yep.
I need to try spicy
I figured
pickles.
You would love that.
Yeah, and then next time we'll try to go in, like, besides the show thing, try to go in some of, like, the stalls, like, where they only let a couple people in at a time, which I get it, because everybody's in costume, so they're like, well, is that your stuff? Or their stuff.
There's that, but more it's like a space thing. They want people to like be able to like walk around and see the show without getting poked by other people's costuming and shit like that. So it's more just the space thing than it is like them keeping an eye on it. Yeah.
Guess.
Maybe. And there's only a couple of booths that do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I want to walk because I feel like I only saw like a fraction of this stuff. And probably the best way to do it is like we could do things based around like the different alcohol style facilities. Like I wanted to go into the rum bar at the pirate ship, but I was like, I've already had a couple beers and I don't really want to throw rum on top of that, but also I kind of do want to throw rum on top of that. Let me see that rum bar. But like that's what you do. You hit the liquor spots in the morning and then you get a nice big lunch, and then you chill down with beer and shows in the afternoon. They have that pub crawl you could do online too,
Yeah.
but like they said it's not worth it. Like, is it a guided pub crawl, or is it
I
just
believe
like
so.
pay for it and then they like here's the spots you go and they give you tokens?
I think it's a guided thing, but I'm honestly not sure.
Hmm. I'd have if we did the guided thing, I'd have to go dressed up as a drunken monk. That fits it. The monks were brewing beer all the time.
What kind of monk?
No,
Like monastic monk?
yeah, like Catholic monk,
Yeah.
not Asian monk. Different kind of monk, not Shaolin monk, Catholic monk.
Get dressed
Friar
up.
Tuck.
Get dressed up as the detective monk.
What's that?
You never seen that show? He's
No.
the super OCD detective.
No, you're gonna have to show me that one.
Oh wow, that was an old ass show.
Uh,
Yeah, he was you'd recognize the actor. I forget his name, but he's a detective and he's like super OCD.
You mean the show monk?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't a monk. That was his name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, get dressed up as detective monk.
Okay. I thought you were like saying there was like a show called Detective Monk, as in it was a monk who was a detective. If you said show
I would
Monk,
still watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. I know the show Monk.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just his name.
Yeah. It would just be a funny play on words. Who are you? I'm monk.
I'm a monk.
Yeah. I'm a drunken monk.
I could do that. Like, again, in October when it's cooler, when I get my Anchor benefit check. Maybe then I could get some cheap monk robe and a nice
What is an anchor?
the NJ Anchor benefit program. Don't worry about it. It's a tax refund.
Okay.
Goes off in October, which I will need to make me whole after the 2 weeks in Vegas for the trade show.
Unless you win big at the craps.
Yeah, it's not even for gambling. It's again, there's just like right now people are talking about like Vegas being like price gouged to hell, and like I'm legitimately concerned because like we get to pay the mileage not the mileage, the food reimbursement thing that like the Fed sets. I don't think $80 in Vegas is enough right now.
$80 a day.
Yeah. Because the problem is we don't get rental cars during the trade show, and we're basically going to be more or less on the strip. So like we're downtown Vegas proper. There's nothing cheap. I think like if you're a contract worker in like the outskirts of Vegas where like all the businesses, like that kind of stuff, it's probably don't drop that. Oh, you're gonna lose your head. Ooh. Yeah, that thing's big and heavy. Oh, it made a very loud noise that everyone will be jump scared from.
Actually, not that heavy. It just sounded bad. It's pretty light. It's
Okay.
also empty right now, I think.
Batman's
So it's fine.
goal is. But yeah, so like if you're in the industrial area in Vegas, it probably makes sense. It's probably super cheap. But like dude, even the fast food like on the strip is still like $50 for like a meal, you know what I mean? So it's okay. I'll be trying to stick by my diet. But and stuff in the convention hall isn't that bad. The cafeteria there, I remember last time it was relatively like decent in price. So try to save some money and not spend all the money. But I will play some crap and some baccarat.
And you will go to the Taco Bell cantina.
I will. As my one day a year cheating on my diet thing. And I will probably feel like shit the next day. And because it's Taco Bell, I won't know if it's
taking a shit.
Yeah, I won't know if the horrific aftermath will be because it's Taco Bell or because I'm eating bread when I haven't eaten bread in so long. 50-50 on that one, but
Your stomach will be so confused it'll be fine.
yeah. But we'll probably talk about that when I get back too, because this will be even longer than the last time I went for the trade show. I think 2 weeks in Vegas is going to crush my soul. Like, you just can't spend that long there. It gets fucking depressing, like really, really fast. Especially like when you like go through these certain areas and people are there like in these casinos 24/7. But the people there at like the early morning people are never people there on vacation. Like, oh hey, I'm
Mm.
just gonna play a couple slots while I'm waiting for everybody to get up. No, these are the people that were there the night before and are spending their rent checks and then like taking liens out on things, and they're like head in hands, like, oh my god. Which, by the way, if you have a gambling addiction, please like seek help. I think it's like, what's the hotline number? 1-800-GAMBLER.
You want me to put it up there?
Yeah. Pull it up. Pull it up. I just want to make sure I get that number right, because like I feel like a gambling addiction is one of those things where people are like, it's not, it's 100% a real thing, just like anything else, and it could definitely destroy your life pretty quickly.
Gambling hotline 1-800-522-4700.
Yeah, which I think it spells out 1-800-GAMBLER, right? Or no,
I
maybe.
do not know.
I thought like all those like lines work off of that, but whatever. That's the gambling helpline. Like seriously, if you have a gambling addiction, please call them and get help.
1-800-GAMBLER. Yeah.
Yeah. Call them and get help, because it's sad to watch, and I've seen it a couple of times the last time. Like luckily, that's not like one of the addictions that I have, and I could see that like quite easily becoming a thing, because it is fun to play, but like people are like, well, I'm like, no, I'm taking a set amount to gamble in the 2 weeks I'm in Vegas, and when I'm out of that, I'm just gonna be bored in my hotel room because I'm not gonna gamble more. Like that, like I will never do that. It's arcade spending money, and when that arcade spending money runs out, I'm done.
Do you have a win limit?
What do you mean?
If you win a certain amount, you stop.
Oh, dude, if I win like $1,000, I'll stop.
Okay.
I will, like, if I get like above my money or like double my money, I'll cash it out and I'll pocket the double and then go back with the yeah. If I take profit like that, I'm gonna cash the profit, go back with the original, and then if I lose the original, keep the profit. That's how my system always works. Rarely does that ever work out for me, but you know, like that, like if I'm up big like for a while, I know people are like, oh yeah, you gotta let it ride and run it hot. It's like, no, I'll split that up. I'll be like, this is me, this is the table. Like, you got so much more chips. It's like, yeah, but I'm still gonna gamble with the original amount I had. This back to me. You gotta take it to the next thing. You know, what are you gonna do otherwise? I wanna try Drake's dad's method of gambling. Cracks me up.
Which is what?
Which is he swears that the slots pay out on Thursdays and Mondays. Because there's a certain like percentage algorithm that the slots have to pay out. So he says what they do is they pay it out before the weekend and after the weekend. So over the weekend, everybody's losing their money. I'm like, I'll try it. And I've seen it some other people, like the one guy that's like gambling all the time and with the face tattoos has been like banned from all the casinos. He says there's a method to it. He calls them like slot hustlers. From what I've seen, because like when the trade show in Vegas came up, my YouTube shorts got filled with people gambling in Vegas because they're like, oh, we hear Vegas, here, we're going to feed your feed full of this crap. Which, by the way, never follow, just like with investment people, never follow anybody gambling or investing that don't also show you their losses. So like I've gotten through and scrolled through a couple of people where they're like, yeah, we'll show you all the big slots, but we'll also show you where we just lost $2,000 in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, that person I trust, and you're coming out on the margins. But no, it seems like with the slot machines, and I'll try it, you want to play those progressive slots where like the bonuses keep going up, and a lot of them have like the minor, the mid, and like the major bonuses. And it looks like the way you want to do it is the slot machines that have the minor capped, you want to go play them because they're likely to pay that out and then like reset the whole thing.
Okay.
So like those mid bonuses like barely get paid, but those minor bonuses, it'll be like $2,000, and it's like, if I get paid $2,000 on a slot machine.
Yep.
But you're going to have to be there for like a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have fun regardless. Like
Good
fun
luck.
in the gambling sense. And when the money's gone, the money's gone. But I want to try Baccarat because I've never played Baccarat before. And it sounds like you could just be there for like a while because it's just basically betting on a coin toss. And then I'm just gonna introduce the guys to craps because quite a few people haven't played craps before.
I never have.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and you could sit there for a while too because the way that it works with the betting, you bet on the initial roll, and as long as they don't crap out, or well, even if they get a 7 come 11, you're good. If they get a 7 or 11 on the roll, you can win immediately, and then you just bet again. But if they don't, you don't have to bet anything else other than your first initial bet. You could just sit there and watch them roll until they either like hit the point and you win, or they crap out and you lose. But like you can milk time at the craps table for a while if you don't do all the other inner bets. And you can also what is it called? I think betting the odds is what they call it. So like you got to know that this is a thing. So like you bet whether somebody's gonna pass or fail, and then when you do that, you put a secondary bet behind it that bets that they're gonna hit that point before before they crap out, or the other one they're gonna crap out before they hit the point. Whatever, either way. But those ones are the best bets in the casino because there's no house advantage or edge. They're just true odds. So like you get 100% of that, but you have to. There's no spot on the table. You have to place it behind, like doubling down in blackjack. So you place that behind your initial bet and just basically let it ride, and you don't have to do anything else. You could just bet the pass line and then put a bet behind and just sit there and wait for people to roll. It's great. And then you just get drinks coming over. It's a good time. Yeah. If you don't have a problem, it's great. If you do have a problem, seek help. But if you don't have a problem, it's like it's an adult arcade. That's all it is.
Lots of lights.
Yeah, that's all I treat it. An adult arcade.
Yeah, just be careful if you're hammered and high and on mushrooms. then you might have a little trouble.
Don't do drugs, kids. Well, no, because again, even in that, like when my money is out, my money is out. And the secret that I do to all that, so you don't fall into that trap when you're inebriated, I will lock my debit card, all those things, in the safe in my room when I go out. To
no,
do
that wasn't a problem. There were so many lights and shit. I didn't know where I was.
No, I get that. No, but I mean, like people fall into that trap. Like you get a little bit. Oh, you gotta go and pull more money out. You know how you avoid that? You don't have the thing to pull more money out on you. Because listen, if I'm going back up to the room to get my debit card at the end of the night, I'm just going to go fall asleep in that bed anyway.
Yep.
I'm not making it back down from going up to my room. Oh, I'll see you guys in like 10 minutes.
No, you won't.
I do it here enough gaming where like, oh, I'm just going to lay down for a second. Yeah, the moment you send me if I'm in that state where you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to pull more money out. The moment I go upstairs, I'm going to lay on my bed and that'll be it.
Yeah, you're going to look at that bed go, all right, just a minute.
5 minute quick nap. Yeah.
I know you well enough for that.
Yeah, so I'm good. That's all I gotta do.
All right, guys, you play one match without me. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna take just lie down for a second. All right, see you tomorrow. No, I'll be right back. All right, see you tomorrow. No, I'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not worried about it, because like I go down with the cash. I don't have anything else. I will have a credit card for drinks. Because I will say that, like, once the money runs out for gambling, I'm going to want to, like, chill at the bar or just, like, hang out still with the people there. But I'm not psycho enough to take a cash advance on a credit card, so I don't have to worry about that one. And I'm pretty sure all my credit cards anyway, if I went to an ATM and tried to take a cash advance, either they'd flag it or I don't have a PIN set on my card, so I don't even think that I could. And I'm not going to. It's all good. The hardest part for me is going to be avoiding all that shitty food while I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the one day at the Taco Bell Cantina and then no mas.
You have to find what's available for your carnivore diet there.
Oh, that's going to be easy. But trying to find stuff that's cheap is going to be the problem. Yeah. But, and the other hard part is going to be waking up before the shows to go work out in the hotel gym to not lose the progress on what we've been training for so far.
I'm sure I lost enough progress over this past week. I haven't been working out enough and been eating like crazy. I'm afraid to step on the scale.
We'll make it up next week. We still got 2 weeks before weigh-in.
All right.
Because next week is technically the last week of the month program, and then we do a week of the stretching stuff again. That's not really stretching because they still have you do those push-up drills. And then the Monday before I go, we do the weigh-in.
Okay.
Then we'll get 1 day or 2 days. 2 days of technically the second month. And then I'll disappear for 2 weeks, and we'll lose all our progress, and you'll make me go back to the beginning of the first month again. Make sure you're running track and field while I'm gone.
I'll try.
Don't try. If I could get up at 5 a.m. to do it in the hotel there, you could do it. I mean, really, the thing that's gonna save me the most is probably like the price shock of the stuff there, where it's like I'm not even gonna like go out every night. I'll probably just get like a simple meal, go back, and go to sleep. So, because like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna suck. The only thing I found out is nice because I'm not there technically to show equipment, quote unquote. I don't have to wear like show shirts or anything. I can just like dress like normal.
Good.
So that'll be nice, but still, standing in those booths for like 8 hours a day or longer, like suck, dude.
I bet.
Your feet are just killing you.
Oh, they don't give you like chairs or nothing?
I mean, there are chairs, but the problem is the chairs are supposed to be for like people coming in the booths to like sit down and be like giving presentations. So like the problem is if somebody comes to a booth and everybody's sitting down, people are just gonna leave the. So you got to be kind of standing the whole day to try to like draw people in.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. The thing. Well, the one guy's gonna suck. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I could do shifts with people where like you're like out of the booth walking around for a bit, like chilling, and then like switch on and off. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Good luck.
I'm gonna need luck. Ay. The other thing I'm gonna need luck with is this hot sauce that I'm gonna try to make tonight.
Yeah. Don't firebomb me.
I'm gonna try not to.
Don't tear gas me.
Yeah. For those listening at home, I got a bunch of very hot peppers from friends of the family, and I'm gonna try to make a hot sauce out of it because I could not think of any sane thing to do eating those peppers normally. Because if I tried to cook them in a traditional way, I would for sure pepper spray us here. I don't want to eat them raw because I've eaten those kind of peppers, like that level of pepper raw before, and it just sucks. So the hottest pepper I've ever had is the Morgul scorpion pepper. Had that at our previous job when that one guy brought it in. He's like, "Oh, I make hot sauces all the time. Try it." I tried it. It just sucked. It's not good. It's not fun. It literally for those of you that don't really eat very hot stuff like that, it felt like when I ate that pepper, an army of pygmies like from the Mummy Returns movie. Like an army of undead pygmies stabbing my tongue for about 30 minutes and then it went away. I would say the most shocking part of it is I had like no digestive issues after eating the pepper like that. But it just like it wasn't flavorful, it wasn't pleasant. So I'm hoping to like make a hot sauce creation that will have flavor but with heat.
Okay.
Because that's what I like with my hot sauces. Despite what you think about my masochism when it comes to hot sauces, I do like flavor with the heat. I don't like heat just for heat's sake. Like I don't want pain. I want pain with flavor. That's what I like. It's I need the both of it. And it's funny because like years ago, thinking about and it's still in the one closet there, trying to like brew my own beer. And I thought that was the trend. I was like, I never thought of making my own hot sauces. And I'm like, I don't know why I would never think that. I love fucking hot sauce so much that like it's a natural progression. It makes sense to make my own hot sauce. And maybe if I make them good enough, maybe I can start a little company behind it.
Good luck.
Yeah, starting a company behind that would be difficult because like, dude, the amount of regulation and safety stuff, which definitely necessary, but would be very hard.
I won't try it.
Maybe it's something where like I could make it for like local restaurants to start. Be like, here, do you want to like try this devil's hot sauce? for your food. And if it took off, then like there's something like you could get an investment for it to like grow and do. But
Good luck. I will have absolutely nothing to do with it.
this hot sauce, no. But what's like the highest level of heat that you can like tolerate?
Low.
Like jalapenos, or jalapenos okay?
No.
Too hot?
Yeah. Jalapenos are too hot.
Really?
I don't eat jalapenos.
Because I was thinking like
I can eat like chips and dip and stuff that have had jalapenos in them if I pick the jalapenos out. And that is about as hot as I can go.
yeah, because I was just thinking like if I get a good flavor profile on it, making like a mild just jalapeno sauce with like jalapenos and bell peppers instead to like bring the profile like heat profile down but still have the flavor.
I struggle with some like chip salsa or pico de gallo sometimes. Like I cannot do spicy.
Yeah, but that salsa is usually jalapenos in that. I don't know. I'll try to make a milder version of it and have you try it when I make it like a very mild version because I don't know what would be a pepper in between like bell peppers and jalapenos. I think jalapenos is like the lowest on that Scoville scale in terms of heat. I don't think there's a hot pepper that's below jalapenos.
Poblano.
You know what? Maybe I could make it with what about banana peppers? Can you tolerate banana peppers?
You probably.
Yeah. Maybe I can get some banana peppers and do that. But the problem is I'd have to find a place that sells them in like the pepper form.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a lot of places did like you can only get that kind of thing like pickled. Mm-hmm. You can't like get an actual like banana pepper
or like dried already.
Yeah. Well, dried's not necessarily bad. I could use a dried pepper in there because you still get the heat, and then I could make up for it with like just bell peppers. Which it's funny because some people will describe a bell pepper as spicy.
I do.
Cooked or raw?
Yes.
Like raw, it's got a little bit of it, but like cooked, I feel like a bell pepper's sweet once you cook it.
Not to me.
Yeah. Hmm.
I do not do spicy, my friend.
Maybe you could deal with like a serrano pepper, because look that up. What's the Scoville on a serrano pepper? Because I think that's the pepper that they use in Italy, and serranos like they don't have any heat over there.
How do you spell that?
S-E-R ano. Just search serrano peppers, and I'm sure it'll come up. Yeah, there you go.
Serrano pepper Scoville between 10,000 and 25,000.
Ooh, okay, so way hotter than a jalapeno. Then I thought they were less. Jalapenos are I think 1,000.
Let's see. Oh, let's go. Okay, that was a bad one for me to click on. So let's see. At the bottom we got Anaheim, then Poblano, then Guajillo. Jalapeno, serrano, cayenne, chili de árbol.
Okay, so poblano is there towards the bottom, but it's still got spice, right?
Yeah. So poblano is in the medium to mild range.
Okay. Yeah. So I could if I like the way that it tastes, I could do one with a poblano pepper for you. That's so funny to me that the habanero, that Scoville scale tops out at ghost pepper.
Yeah, that's 800,000 to 1,000,000 Scoville.
Yeah, that doesn't even register me, the ghost pepper, because you've seen that bottle of Melinda's like sauce that I have in there. Melinda's like ghost pepper sauce is the thing that I put on it. Look that one up because I bet it's way less than that. But look up the Melinda's ghost pepper sauce, like what it is on the Scoville scale.
1,000,000.
What No, wait, hold on. Show me the picture.
Melinda's.
No.
Melinda's ghost pepper sauce.
Yeah, but that's like the more concentrated one. The one I get is the one over. See the one in the. I get it in that, in like the squeeze bottle thing. I think it's probably less.
Let's see. Does it actually say here on the Amazon listing?
Maybe. Oh, well, it looks like it's the same thing. It's concentrated. I guess the other one's just the smaller bottle.
Yeah. So yeah, around so made with boot Jolica peppers,
Yep.
which are around 1,000,000 Scoville.
Oh well,
So the
yeah,
sauce
but
might be slightly less.
yeah. What is watered down in the sauce? I gotta
Yeah.
imagine is probably like two hundred
Eh,
thousand.
It says the sauce is often described as having a heat level of 1,000,000. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, dude, that doesn't even register to me. I I I, I literally go through those things like they're ketchup. I put it on everything. I that's the stuff when I'm doing like the cottage cheese. I dump that on the cottage cheese. I'm a broken man.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, but like I like it. I like the flavor. I just like it doesn't register at
Yeah,
all.
whatever.
Yeah, for those of you listening at home, if you've ever been to a popular food chain, Buffalo Wings, you know the blazing wings. I have downed 5 to 10 of those, no problem. The problems occurred the next day, but that night, no problem.
Yeah. You can eat super hot peppers. I could have a dozen monsters in a day before, before I got something.
Different superpowers, different superpowers. Yeah, well, I just love when we go to Buffalo Wild Wings and repeatedly when I get that stuff, like
The waiters are always like, "Oh, wow."
yeah, they're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I know what I'm about.
Yeah.
Bring it to me."
Like, man, you got some tolerance, huh? I'm like, yeah, you've got no idea, bro.
Yeah. The best is when they're like, "How is it?" And I'm like, I don't know how to tell you.
Mm.
Is it hot? I'm like, I don't know. To a normal person, probably. The problem is like with the blazing sauce there because it's like barbecue. I feel like that sugary thing with it just like makes it linger. It's not that hot up front, but it's like when we tried the bomb at work, it like lingers. It's like a slow
Sticks
build
to you.
burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not the hottest thing I've ever tasted. It just like it just stays and then it burns.
Yeah, doesn't sound like fun. No, thank you. I'll stay away.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, I want to do like a hot one style like challenge with us, but like one, you would die of the heartburn afterwards,
Oh yeah,
and two,
and
I'm
I would
like,
die beforehand.
yeah, like I'd like to go through like the whole like hot wings or hot ones lineup one of these times and just like try it and see. But like, you know what we should do with that? Because we talked about maybe getting a guest on here before.
Mm-hmm.
Get one of our buddies to come on as like a
Do
guest.
hot ones with you.
Yeah, and we'll interview them while doing that, and they'll be like, "How are you doing this?" It's just like I want to like see them sweat it out, and I'm just like, "All right, moving on to the next question." I'm like, "Are we gonna break?" No, we're gonna keep going. Let's go.
Hey, Ray, why aren't you sweating? Because I'm not doing it.
No, we'll have you get some of those like teriyaki wings or whatever, and like make it look like you're like doing the thing. But like, why isn't he dying right now? Oh no, his wings aren't covered in the sauces.
he's got mild.
It's just teriyaki right now. What'd you say the last time we went? You're like, remind me which Buffalo Wild Wings one I like, and it's like the lowest on the scale.
Yeah, the sweet barbecue. They're delicious. No spice. Perfect.
The one I really liked was their hottest dry rub that they had. That one was really nice. Surprisingly their boneless wings are pretty juicy. So like the boneless with that like nice like heat like dry rub on top was just like perfect.
Good.
It wasn't that hot. It's not like Dave's Hot Chicken, but Dave's Hot Chicken, if you get that Reaper dry rub, it's not edible. and like I've had a bunch of different Reaper sauces, including like the one that I have out in the fridge right now, but like it is just like not edible at all because since it's the dry rub, it's like making the hot sauce in your mouth, and it's just like it's just pain. It's not edible. Like I don't like getting stuff like that where I can't finish the food. You know what I mean? Like I want to get hot stuff where I can finish it and enjoy it, or even if like I got to eat half and then half. Like, but like Dave's Hot Chicken is the only thing like that I've gotten like their hottest thing and I've just thrown it away.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm like it's not edible. The extremely hot or whatever, the one below for those that are hot enthusiasts, that's good enough. Don't get the Reaper unless you're doing it on like a dare.
Have you tried the one chip challenge shit?
No, a guy that worked it. I kind of want to try the one chip challenge. If you want to, because the whole thing is you're not supposed to like drink anything after it. Although like I feel like alcohol
Mm.
would just accentuate it, so it's not a problem. We could do the one chip challenge on here and then do like a podcast after I eat that one chip. I am scared that I would eat it and I would have zero reaction to it.
Only way to find out.
Yeah, that one's kind of chemically though, so like I don't know, but like it would be cool like if we do that and then you were just like we're gonna see how long we could talk, or like I either die or like something terrible happens. But the guy that did it at work, it was like it no reaction up front. It was just the aftermath wasn't
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
That's what everybody they take the bite and they're like, yeah, this isn't so bad. And then like a minute later, they're like, oh my god.
I will say though, I laughed because Buffalo Wild Wings used to have something above their blazing. They had like a Reaper sauce for a
Mhm.
while, so we did like a work thing where we were getting like lunch at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I got the full order of the Reaper sauce thing. I had like 5 of them, and then I was like, I'm good. I need to stop. It's like, but my 2 coworkers took that one of my boneless wings and split it in half, so they each had half of one, and the one guy was messed up the whole night after. He was just like shitting his brains out. And then the other guy had to leave work early. They're like, "How did you eat 5?" I was like, I don't know. I'm broken.
Uh,
Like don't even worry about it. Like
you see the video of Shaq doing the one chip?
no, but I feel like the one chip would be comically small in Shaq's
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, he said like I think it was the one chip or it was some sort of super spicy thing. If it wasn't that,
He did the hot ones, which
yeah.
watching Shaq eat wings on hot ones was like the craziest thing ever. It like the wings didn't look real in his hands. I was like, these things are too small.
But yeah, they told him to do it without making a face, and he's sitting there like his face starts scrunching up, and he starts like crying, and they're like, "You're making a face." He's like, "No, this isn't a face."
Yeah, I know when he was on hot ones, he started like crying and tearing up. But really the real kicker on hot ones, and that's why they keep it around it every season, is the bomb. Once you take the bomb, every hot sauce after that will seem hotter than it actually is, including their last dab hot sauce. And hot ones, don't sue me, but your last dab sauce sucks. I've had several iterations of it now, and I equate the heat of hot ones, the last dab, which is supposed to be the coup de grace, to honey mustard. I'm not even kidding. I've had just Tabasco sauce that has been hotter than that hot sauce, and it is so disappointing because they use that pepper X, which is supposed to be like the hottest pepper in the world, past the Reaper, but they dilute it so much with what is in there. It is literally honey mustard.
I wonder if they do that intentionally, so like people can eat it and feel like they're like, can eat really hot.
I don't know, but if you like, you go to the ratings on like the hot ones for the last dab, like everybody is just like, this is the most disappointing like hot sauce that I've had ever. Because the problem is you do the bomb, which burns a little bit. It didn't burn that much, but the bomb is one of those like chemically hot sauces so that it creeps up on you. So like you get a little bit of burn, and then I would say about 10 to 15 minutes later is when it really kicks in. So they give them the bomb at like 8, and then 9 and 10 seem so much hotter, not because they are, but because the bomb's kicking in. So anything you eat past that just seems like fire in your mouth. I hated it. We got it, and that hot sauce is still sitting full at work because nobody's tried it since. Because it is. It's just chemically burned. It's not flavorful. It honestly, again, don't sue us, but this is my rating on it. The bomb tastes like shit. It tastes like shit. It just tastes like chemicals. You like I know from eating enough hot sauce that you could tell a sauce that is made from like the peppers and natural ingredients, and one is that is just like chemically modified to just make it hot. And people will swear, "Oh no, we don't do that shit. We don't do anything to do that." You could tell the difference. It's just like You know the restaurant around here, the chicken or the egg?
No.
Well, there's a famous restaurant by the shore called the Chicken or the Egg, and they have a hot wing challenge for their ludicrous sauce. And if you eat the 6 wings or whatever in under 30 minutes, you get a T-shirt, whatnot.
Mhm.
And like it's even worse, they say in person because it's like the fresh sauce. But I've had the ludicrous sauce before. It's chemicals. It's straight chemicals because it's not hot. I've had way hotter hot sauces, but it fucks your stomach up. Like it literally feels like somebody punched you in the gut when you eat that hot sauce. And that's not a normal sensation. I've eaten very hot things and it burns. It'll burn down, but like you've been punched in the gut before. It feels like being punched in the gut.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like that any unnatural sensation like that is like a sure sign that like they've manipulated it with something. So like the challenge isn't like eating it because it's not that hot. The challenge is not throwing up from the fact that like somebody's messing with your digestive tract basically. I don't know. I really like hot stuff.
Mm.
There's a restaurant I want to visit in New York one day that does the world's hottest I think falafel or whatever. It's something in Hell's Kitchen. I'm pretty sure it's an Indian food restaurant. But when they did the challenge there, they did a thing with hot ones and uh Good Mythic Morning. They had those guys there tasting that falafel, and they those guys were dying from it. But the chef that makes it literally has to wear like a respirator to make it because it's so hot. It's just like they're throwing in like the hottest shit. There's like a warning with it when you eat it, and if you complete the challenge, all you get is a free beer. And I'm like, perfect. But like you got to do it and complete it in the time frame. I think with nothing but a glass of water or whatnot, or I don't even know if they give you water. But I'd love to try it. It seems amazing because I love Indian food because it's so spicy and flavorful, and even that is like really hot, but like the flavor profile is awesome. I love stuff that like makes me tear and snot up, but like I just so delicious when you eat it. It's like in Naruto, the arc with uh Lee, where they go to the old lady that has the curry of life.
I don't remember.
You remember that? She
I
makes
do
the
not.
curry of life, and it's just like it's the one with the it was like a filler arc where they had the one ninja swordsman of the mist that had like the lightning blades.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Ah, well, whatever. So there's like Rock Lee, and a guy were like training for some like thing where they're just like running this loop nonstop. And like they were running it so much they were like running it in their sleep. And then like Rock Lee like passes out and the old lady gives him like the curry that's like super spiced. And like he just face turns red. He's like, "Oh my god, it's so great!" And he just like eats it, like even though he's like half like dead when he does it. That's what I like. The stuff that's like burning your face but tastes so good that you just want to keep stuffing it down.
You can have that. I'll stick to potatoes.
You Irish bastard.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know where it comes from because nobody else in my family has a love of spice like that.
Yeah, because you're the masochist.
No, I don't know. It's just a weird, it's just a weird genetic trait. That's why I like sour stuff too, because sour is the sweet equivalent of spicy,
I do like sour stuff.
like super sour,
I'm fine with sour.
super sour.
Hmm.
Love sour warheads, dude.
Good.
Greatest atomic candy ever.
Yeah, warheads were amazing.
I feel like I've let the audience down because I said we were going to talk about the American Revolution. I've just been talking about hot sauce,
You have just been talking about hot sauce.
but I love hot sauce.
Hot sauce, it led the American Revolution.
No, that was hemp. Yeah, because that was another thing coming back from the Ren Fair. Oh, why is the thing doing that where it doesn't show the previous?
I don't know. There's something. Oh, it was because that it's been an hour-long recording from that spot.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then I just wanted to make sure it didn't mess up.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right. Well, hour plus the behind the scenes, so not really an hour yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it was recording for an hour.
I gotta marathon my stuff still. But yeah, so like on the way back home from the Ren Fair, I introduced Ray to the musical that is Hamilton
Uh-huh.
that he's never heard before.
I have not.
Yeah, and he had to listen to my egregious singing to it on the way back.
Were you singing along to it?
Yeah, it was. But I was also blasting it pretty loud, so you
Yeah.
probably couldn't hear it. And it just made me think about like the Revolutionary War. Like I love that musical not because well, some of it's historically accurate, and I don't
Mhm.
give a fuck about Hamilton to be perfectly honest. Like in my opinion, he's one of the least important founding fathers, and I hate the shit that he did with the federal banks. But that's a whole different issue.
Yeah. But you're a big history buff, which is, like Shane Gillis said, early onset Republican.
Late onset. But no, like I want to do some more research into that time period because it's just so fucking wild to me. Like even now, like I know a lot of people hate our fucking country right now that are in the country. There's a lot of disdain for America, but you guys got to think about the fact that these motherfuckers took on the global superpower at the time. So basically, the equivalent of, if I had to put it, because it's a colony of us right now, it would be the equivalent of Puerto Rico taking us out today. Like that's what it was. We were taking on the world's most dominant global superpower at the time because of a 2% tax on tea, which fucking the founding fathers would start another revolution today if they knew how fucking much we were getting taxed. But these guys took that shit on. Some of them very well known, giving up blood and treasure for it. Some of them unknown, and then becoming famous after because of it, like Sam Adams. Sam Adams and that whole fucking brewery shit, like because of the Revolutionary War and his role in it, became big. But he was like nothing before then. But like all these people, like sitting there and taking on this global superpower while coming up with a completely new system of governance that the world had never seen before, to then create the freest nation the world has ever seen in all of human history, mind blowing to me. Like, and how they had the foresight to do it, and how they developed a system that worked that way despite the fact that every other system at the time was a form of monarchy, where like kings or something very similar were in charge the whole time. It's just crazy. Like I just can't believe it because every system of governance before before then was just monarchy, 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 and we've changed the rest of the world so that afterwards it all went to a very similar governance to our country. It's like nuts. Right? And the fact that those people gave up power anyway, because like that's the thing. Love him or hate him, but like George Washington was crazy for that because every other person, before and after, that's been put in a position of power like that didn't have like the
Hold on
checks.
to it for dear
Yeah,
life.
and they wanted him to. They wanted him to become the king of America, basically. And he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
That's not what we're doing here.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna go back to my fucking plantation and just chill."
Go chop down that cherry tree.
That didn't happen. That was a myth. That was just like some like thing that we told after to like make George Washington seem even better than he was. But
How else was he going to get new teeth?
well, they were half wooden, half slave. It's fine though. This is what it is. That was the thing back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was so funny to me. Like, and we fought after that. We fought a war to end slavery, which was also unprecedented. I know there's a lot of like issues and things surrounding that, but until we fought a war to end it, slavery was the norm in every country around the world, regardless of race, creed, religion. If you conquered another people, you took them as slaves. End of the story. And there's still slavery in the world today. I think the people that complain about that definitely need to figure out and look at the fact that there's more slaves in the world today than there was when we fought the war over slavery in the Civil War, which is a wild thing to think about. Percentage of the world that have slaves is probably less, but the number of slaves in the world right now is larger than during the Civil War. It's a common practice, and it's something that hasn't gone away. in a lot of those countries. But yeah, we fought a war to end it, and people are like, oh no, the English ended slavery. Here's the thing with that: those fucking assholes. They banned slavery in the UK, and then they continued to trade them. So kind of fucked up, right? They're like, nah, this isn't okay, but we're still gonna sell it.
Hmm.
It'd be like if a country banned a certain drug and then continued to sell that drug to other countries around the world. It's like, you guys are kind of fucked up for that one. Yeah, because the British love to claim that fame. Oh, we ended slavery. The fuck you did? You ended it in your own country and then continued to trade them. Like, that's not ending slavery. If you ended slavery in your country and then ended your slave trade, then it's like, yeah, you ended slavery, but that's not what you did. You just ended slavery in the homeland, but you still profited off of it. We were the ones that finally ended slavery, and then fucking, when it was all said and done, sent the army to enforce it, because that's the whole Juneteenth shit. I think we had talked about that before. You know what Juneteenth is, right?
Roughly.
What's the roughly part? What do you know about it?
Not much.
Okay. So after the Civil War was over, because the internet wasn't a thing, and fucking we didn't have wide enforcement like that. After the war was over in the Civil War, the last state, and sucks for you, Texas, but you can't rewrite history. The last state to hold out and be like, "Fuck you, we're keeping our slaves anyway," was Texas. And after the Civil War ended, and Texas was still doing that, we sent the fucking army down to Texas and said, you're stopping this shit right the fuck now. And that was Juneteenth, when the army marched on Texas and fucking stopped the last territory that held slaves at that point in time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So when they say that shit that like fucking Trump's doing today is like unprecedented, sending the military for enforcement and shit, and I'm like, it's not unprecedented. This shit has gone on forever. In fact, what was it? Eisenhower sent in the National Guard to make sure that segregation ended in Georgia or whatever, to make sure that the integration happened in the schools, because the governor sent the National Guard at first to stop it from happening, and then fucking Eisenhower was like, "No, I'm federalizing them, and you're gonna make sure it happens." And it's such a weird thing, because they literally told the governor, "Yeah, sorry, we don't take orders from you anymore," and then fucking made it happen. So like at all these times when people are like, "It's unprecedented in our history," no, it's not. Rarely is stuff unprecedented anymore. There's been tons of precedent, and now they overrule certain precedent things. Which, speaking of precedent, I saw a thing today. Another Supreme Court ruling fucking in favor of the Second Amendment. They just overturned that shit where New York City, in order to get a concealed carry permit, you have to specify the reason for the you needing it for self-defense. And the Supreme Court's like, yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So you could still require permitting for concealed carry, which I know they're second right absolutists, but I think that's perfectly fine to require a permit for like that extra level of like carrying things around. But the Supreme Court ruled you can't treat the Second Amendment like a second class right, and you can't ask why. You can only say, okay, here's the steps you have to follow. You can't be like, why do you need this thing? Because I want it. Shut the fuck up. I hate that shit so much with any of our rights. Why do you want this thing? Because I do. Fuck you and fuck off. Stay out of my stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I want to get out of Jersey, so I can purchase a rifle I want and shit.
Well,
The rules here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, you can. It just depends on what you're trying to get. But let's not go too far into the details on that one. But yeah, no. New Jersey and New York City have some of the most restrictive gun laws in the fucking entire country, and it's crazy. People are like, well, why do you need a gun? I don't know. Why do the founding fathers need a gun? Fucking to protect themselves from tyranny and from people trying to fucking rob you. Sorry. Like, and if people are like, that's not how that works, look to the UK. That's all I got to say. They have a complete they have a complete gun ban over there, and fucking people get stabbed to death, or they have the Vans for Peace over there. Like if you take away the method, people will still find a way to hurt other people. Like, cause hurt people. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, you could take all that shit away. People forget about the fucking stabbings that happened in the movie theater, where the fucking guy went in and stabbed 30 people before anybody realized. Arguably, a knife is worse than a gun in that situation because it doesn't make a sound, and people don't realize this. If you have a sharp enough knife, most people, it takes a while before they even realize something's wrong. Because if you have a sharp enough knife to pierce somebody, you might not even realize you've been stabbed. It might feel like a stitch in your side before you realize, like, oh, fuck.
I'm bleeding a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And people are like, what do you mean? I'm like, that's kind of what a knife is designed to do. To, like, slide in that space. You probably wouldn't even realize it. It would feel like a pinch or maybe like a pain, like a burn. But, like, there's a lot of people that have, like, been stabbed where they say, like, they didn't even realize it, like, the first time. Like, they had to be stabbed multiple times before their brain registered, oh, shit, something's wrong. It's just fucking
It's crazy.
wild. Yeah.
That's hard to wrap my brain around.
Well, it makes sense because nothing in nature operates in that way. You know what I mean? Everything else has teeth for tearing or claws for cutting, but those claws aren't like sharp knife-like instruments. But if you have like you've seen those things where like the knife, like you drop the paper and it cuts the paper in half. Like if you could cut that precisely, you could slide that in and it just like wouldn't register. Like you would feel the pain. I'm sure you feel the pain, maybe even like a slight pressure, but like other than that, like. Think of how many weird sensations you feel in your body normally. You might write that off as like, oh, I'm just having like a weird like side stitch. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to like get poked by step on a nail or like there's like I've been cut with a knife or stabbed. Like it fucking hurts. So to wrap my brain around, you might get stabbed with like a real knife and not notice it is hard to imagine. Like I know, like you said, like people say that's the case, but.
Well, you've been cut by a knife, like, I'm assuming, like, when you've cut stuff yourself. Yeah, but you're aware of the knife in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, like if you weren't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine that. I understand that it's a thing that people say happens, but I can't imagine it.
I don't know. I could see it. I could definitely see it. Because, like, again, you've never dealt with that precardial catch syndrome. Like, I get those fucking stabbing, like, lung breathe pains. And if I felt something like that, I would probably just assume it was that happening again and not somebody stabbing me in the ribs.
You want me to stab you?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've stabbed myself enough over the years, including with PCB. I don't need that in my life. That one's fun, putting a pin through your fingernail. Like Ace Ventura. Do I pull it out or do I leave it in? Do I pull it out or do I leave it in? It's bad enough when it goes in. Pulling that out is so much worse. You're like,
Yoink.
Yeah. So... one of these days, I want to listen more and do like an episode on American Revolution because I think it's fucking fascinating. It's crazy. There's so much history. We live in an area here that has so much history for that war too, and it is. It's just crazy how they all came together to make this system of governance that has fundamentally changed the world for the centuries that follow. I mean, people are like, oh, like not how. Listen, do your history and research and realize how fucking violent and aggressive and terrible the world was before that system of governance was invented. The last 250 years has been an experiment in humankind that we've never seen and has been the most prosperous humankind has ever been. So, had to be something to some secret to the sauce there. I don't know. I want to look into it. But, and I started to watch a History Channel documentary on it, but it's a little distracting because the narrator is the guy that does the fucking intro to, like, the World of Warcraft, like, fucking, like, zones. And if he's not that guy, he sounds so close to that guy that all I could think of is like the intro where it's talking about all the different races when you start in World of Warcraft. It sounds exactly like that guy. And I'm like, I can't take this shit serious right now.
I just want to watch that documentary where the Benedict Cumberbatch says penguin wrong over and over again.
He narrated a documentary?
Yeah.
Was it like one of those fucking ones for like Nat Geo or something?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know exactly what.
Now I need to hear how he says penguin. You need to pull that up.
Okay, I'll pull it up.
How do you say penguin wrong?
You'll see. It's fucking hysterical.
Does he say pengu?
No.
Pengu?
Penwing. You'll see.
How the fuck do you say penguin wrong? That's just...
Fucking keyboard.
Yeah, fuck your keyboard, dude. You and your QWERTY keyboard.
It's Benedict Cumberbatch penguin is the first search result.
So bad. How does he say it wrong?
Here's a... here we go.
Okay. Graham
To
Norton
say
show.
the word penguin. What is this about?
Well, apparently I got it wrong repeatedly in a documentary. It was a documentary about, I think about the South Pacific in general, and now I'm completely terrified of the word.
Documentaries are called Strange Islands. The first one you sort of get away with, and then after that you lose all sense of what it is. Let's have a look. Listen carefully.
And the last thing you might expect to see here is penguins.
Penguin.
Are Fiordland crested penguins, named after this corner of South New Zealand. So why are these woodlands so attractive to penguins?
Penguins.
A freshwater stream through the forest makes a handy highway for a parent penguin heading home from a fishing trip.
How do you fuck up penguin?
Can you say it now?
Over and over again in different ways.
And how did they not correct him? Be like, Benedict, you gotta stop. We gotta go back and re-record it.
And then here's this.
Would you rather
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch mispronounce your name forever, or you have to pronounce penguins like him for life?
Oh, I want to do penguins. Yeah. Yeah. I need a demo before I can make my decision.
If you do a documentary on the South Pacific and you have inattentive producers from a world-renowned, multiple award-winning in natural history unit at the BBC, not check up that you, doing your diligent job, having a little bit of a struggle over the word penguin and saying penguin or penguins and penguins, I mean, literally 6 different ways, and then have it aired on national television by Graham Norton and become probably more famous for that than any of the half-decent work you've ever done as an actor.
True.
Well, thank you.
She didn't know about that.
That's the thing. That's the thing I live with, and I'm proud of it now. I can
100% the producer's fault on that one. How do you not correct that? That's so bad. That's so bad.
World-renowned producer not correct you and then have it aired on Graham Norton.
Yeah, like even if you're a little bit scared of him, like after like the third one, I'll be like, Benedict, it's penguins. Like what? Yeah, you've been saying penguins for the past 3 minutes. I was gonna let it go after the first one, but yeah,
Get it right.
we need to redo that. Maybe lay off the sauce today.
I'm surprised you hadn't seen it before.
No, I haven't seen that. But yeah, the History Channel one on the Revolutionary War is definitely narrated by the guy that does the fucking intro to World of Warcraft, and I can't take it seriously at all. It's funny how certain things like that will like completely disrupt what you're trying to do. You're like, what the fuck did they just say? Say that again?
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah. I'll try to think of other things like that, but I've definitely heard a couple things like where you're like, what was that? Say that again? What'd you say to me right now? Repeat that statement, you fucks. But yeah, so we'll do a deep dive on that one day. I definitely want to go into it. It's very interesting history, but I want to read more of it. And I honestly want to read the stuff that inspired the Founding Fathers to begin with one day, but I need more time on my hands. Like, I know Thomas Paine was like a big inspiration, but I've
Is he related to Max Payne?
No. But I've never read any of the Thomas Paine works. I just know like that stuff influenced it. They were
I
heavily
played the Max Payne games.
Boo. They were heavily influenced by
you don't like those games?
the Roman Empire and the Republic there. Obviously, before it fell to Caesar.
The show is terrible, but the games are good.
But Caesar was also inspiration for the way they made the governance, because they wanted to put checks and balance in place that stopped a dictator from like that from coming into power. That's why when people have been worried about like presidents and stuff in the past and like, oh, he's going to become a
brute.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, he's going to become a dictator. I'm like, there's too many checks and balances for that to happen. And they're like, no, but what if they do? And I'm like, well, the final check and balance that people love to fucking stymie, but it's definitely what it's there for. The final check and balance is the Second Amendment. So if everything else fails, the people are armed like they were during the Revolution, and that's the whole point. People are like, well, what are you going to do via F-16? And the F-16 is not going to take out the whole fucking country. Like, you're crazy. And if people are like, well, how do you do that? Look at Vietnam. Look at Afghanistan. Guerrilla warfare.
Yep.
The thing we invented back then during the Revolutionary War. Which was crazy because, like, they talk about, well, Deadpool makes the reference, but it's definitely what the Redcoats were doing. The whole time, the whole reason back then why the British Army's uniform was red, so when they got shot, you couldn't tell they were bleeding. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not.
Yeah, that's why the Redcoats were the Redcoats. So when they got shot, you couldn't tell that you had wounded their soldiers.
Huh.
Yeah, fucked up. But yeah, they were like, we're gonna draw straight lines and fight in a straight line like gentlemen. And we went, why would we do that? We're like, we're gonna hide behind trees and start picking off officers. And they're like, stop that. They actually like had like a meeting. They're like, can we agree just like stop picking off officers? Be like, yeah, I don't know about that. Because like they were like, if we don't have officers to control the men, things will get chaotic and warfare won't be gentlemanly. And we're like, yeah, that's kind of the whole point. If we kill you assholes standing out there like that are clearly the chains of command, it'll all break down and then you'll flee because nobody will know what to do. And like, please don't do that. And we're like, nah. I don't know. It's crazy. I definitely want to go into that one day. But anyway, ladies and germs, I'm fading fast here. I've rambled enough. The Ren Fair was awesome. Don't get massive turkey legs. It's a mistake. Do get pickles on a stick, though. Those look delicious, and I definitely want to get them the next time. And definitely get Scotch eggs. The Scotch eggs were like the best thing there. Yeah. Turkey legs. Get it for the novelty one time and then never do it again.
Have a couple people to share it with.
Yeah, if you're there with your family. I don't know if I want to share it with my friends. It'd be kind of weird. But anyway, folks, if you've made it here to the end and you like what we do,
go fuck yourself.
No, don't. Fuck him. No, we love you if you made it this far. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, hit that notification bell so you know when our next video is going to be up. And as always, you can find us on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify, and now short form content on TikTok.
Thanks, folks.
See ya.